Today we are going to be making blue Mandalorian inspired macarons. I'm so excited for this because I've been waiting to make macarons for you guys for a little while until I had it just right, and today I think I do. So my husband's birthday is tomorrow, December 2nd, and so I am going to be showing you these blue macarons because my husband loves Mandalorian and I think it'll be great for his birthday. And I also have this Star Wars Galaxy's Edge cookbook. If you don't have it, it's fantastic. And as I was glancing through there to try to figure out what I was going to make him for dinner and such, I came across their Bantha chai, and I've closed it, so I have to find it again. But it's their Bantha chai, looks like they're blue milk. So they use a type of tea to color the milk blue, and then they use really strong flavors like cardamom and ginger to flavor it. So I thought that today I could make blue macarons, just like in the last episode of Mandalorian when Baby Yoda, or Grogu, was eating macarons. I thought it would be fun to do blue macarons flavored with ginger and cardamom, and we're gonna add a few things. We're actually gonna do a, I don't even know how to say it, caramelized white chocolate ganache with cardamom and ginger for the filling and blue macaron shells. So we're gonna start with the with caramelizing the white chocolate because that's gonna take a little while and it's gonna use our oven space. So I've got 12 ounces of white chocolate. These are white chocolate chips. We're gonna see if they work. And we're gonna spread them on a cookie sheet, and they're gonna go in an oven for at 215 degrees, and we're just gonna set the timer and stir them every 10 minutes. So I've got this ready. Those go in there. All right, so let's get started. We're going to separate our egg whites. There's one. You want to be in it? You can come say hi. So I'm at 234 grams, and I'm going to stop there. So what that means is that all the ingredients are around the same in weight. If I have 234 grams of egg whites, then I'm going to want to put in 234 grams of sugar, granulated sugar at this point. And then I'm going to want to use 245 grams, let's say, of almond flour because it needs a little bit more. And then we're gonna say 235 grams of powdered sugar. And that's pretty much it for our shells. So we're gonna get to that point. I'm gonna add some sugar to this, and I'm gonna do that by zeroing out my scale. For my scale, I just turn it off and turn it back on again, and it's back at 0 grams. And I'm gonna pour in my sugar. This is all the sugar today. This is granulated sugar. And I'm gonna be careful not to pass that 234 grams because if I do, I can't take it back out. But again, what's helpful about using a scale is not as many dishes. I'm at 230, 238. It's okay. We're close enough. When you're talking about grams, a few extra grams isn't that big of a deal. Okay, so I have my egg whites and my sugar, and I have a pan here that's been boiling. I'm going to turn it down to medium to a simmer, and we're going to set it on top and make sure that the water's not touching the bowl, and then I'm going to whisk it. And I'm going to do that until the sugar dissolves. Really easy, no thermometer, nothing else. We're just going to do that till the sugar dissolves, and then it's going to go on my mixer. So I'll show you that to that point. All right, so now all of my sugar is dissolved, and I'm mixing this on medium speed for a couple of minutes. It's nice and frothy, and I'll show you what that looks like. While this is mixing, I'm going to go ahead and start measuring my ingredients. here at my scale, and I'm gonna add 250 grams of almond flour to the bowl. And I'm gonna add 235 grams of powdered sugar. My mixer is still going, and this bowl might not be big enough. Maybe it is big enough. 234. My scale goes by 2s. So it'll go from 234 to 236. It's fine. All right, and I'm gonna move this out of the way. And I have a bowl. What's really cool about this meringue is how tight and stable the air bubbles are. It's absolutely perfect. It's gorgeous. I'm so excited. These are going to be awesome. Okay, so I'm going to now combine the almond flour and the powdered sugar, and I'm going to do that by sifting it. So I'm going to put some of my powdered sugar in and some of my almond flour, and I'm going to start sifting. I could sift directly into the bowl, but I'm just getting a head start because this is mixing, and so we're not quite there yet anyway. And this kind of takes me a little while because my sifter has pretty small holes. I was at my sister-in-law's and she had a colander that was had really big holes, and actually they turned out just fine. I was afraid that they would be a little bit lumpy, but it's a small price to pay for a less time-consuming chore. This is going to take me a little while, and I'm going to switch the camera angle so you can see exactly how it looks. Just hitting it against my hand, I think it makes it go faster. Now we're at the easy part. Oh, and Peter's getting a chair. Okay. Trying to think of how best to show you guys. I'm gonna dump this all in. This is sifted. Yeah. Almond flour and powdered sugar. Wow, you look awesome. Okay. We're gonna turn this on to low. I'm gonna raise the bowl. Why do you have to raise the bowl? All right, so we are going to show you, Tim's here. It's his birthday today. I filmed this yesterday.
Woohoo! Macaronage!
And we thought we would voice over the macaronage so that you could see how I do it. So I sped the camera up a little bit so it's looking like the batter is thinner than it actually is because it pours off really slowly. Usually you do this by hand with a spatula, but the meringue is so stable in the Swiss meringue method that you can do it with the mixer. You just have to be a little careful and you have to watch it. What you're looking for is for it to drip off the whisk like lava, slowly.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's the lava stage. Is
The
what you're
lava
looking for.
icing. Like lava? What kind
Like
of...
lava, see? Watch it.
Okay, I missed it the first time. Do it again.
I'm not sure if I'm going to do it again.
Oh, wait, there we go.
Okay.
That was pretty quick.
You can watch it and...
Like fast lava.
Well, I sped it up. Maybe I should slow it back down so that people can actually see.
No, it's too late.
You should be able to draw 2 figure eights in the batter.
Like really fast figure eights?
Yeah. And then, of course, I always use Ziploc baggies. I don't buy piping bags. I do use couplers, though, because they help to hold on to my piping tip.
Well, that makes sense.
And so I showed you there really quickly how I put the coupler in. And then I shove the bag, I twist the bag a little bit and shove it down inside the tip because I don't want...
Did you cut a hole in the bag too?
I cut a hole in
Good.
the bag, and then I put the one part of the coupler, the big part of the coupler, inside the bag, and then the tip goes on the outside with the ring on the outside. And so the only thing that goes in the bag is the big part of the coupler.
Dig it.
And then I twisted off the bag above the coupler and kind of shoved it down in so that when I was putting the batter in the piping bag, it didn't just start oozing out of the tip.
And you got little circles on there too. Are you kind of like filling the circles?
Yeah, so this is a mat that comes already with the circles on it. This
What?
is a Silpat. And I just bought this one off of Amazon. It is helpful because then I get them all the same size. If you don't have one like this, you
this is the loudest part of the whole process.
Oh, yes,
I love this.
it is really loud.
I was downstairs working super hard, and there was all this slamming.
Yes, you do need to slam your pans so that you get the air bubbles out.
I also think it's probably the funnest part, though, too.
Yeah.
It's like
Because funnest is a word.
most fun.
Yes, most fun.
Yes.
Yeah. So I squeeze and then I release pressure and I do a quick little circle so that they don't have a little tip on each macaron. So I wanted to show you what's going on in the oven with the white chocolate. You just stir it around and let it go for a little while. I turned it up a little bit. I'm impatient. It should be fine. Okay, so we're back and I am making the filling. I used media crema because I have canned media crema in my fridge.
Who doesn't?
You can use heavy cream if you have it. Just use a cup of heavy cream if you have it.
Do you have a preference? Is media crema better or?
I just like it because it's canned, so it's in my drawer, and I use it when I make flan, and so it's super creamy and delicious and easy. So
Muy bien, media crema. We salute you.
So I added that. I got it a little bit warm and just on the stove until it was a little bit bubbly on the edges, and then I added that to the caramelized white chocolate that I had in the oven, and I quickly realized it was not enough white chocolate because I was trying to make a thick ganache out of it, and it was way too soupy. So I added another 8 ounces of white chocolate.
Rule of thumb, you can never really have too much chocolate in any situation.
I don't know, this is pretty sweet, but it turned out really, really good.
It's the way that Yoda likes it.
Yeah. I added pumpkin pie spice because it had already in it ginger and cinnamon and maize and nutmeg and cloves. So it had a lot of spices in it. And then I just added cardamom as well. And
It's all the perfect size.
this is the part where you just kind of match up the sizes and you get them all so that they have a top and a bottom. And then I put the ganache in the refrigerator until it got to more of a piping consistency. And then I added that to a Ziploc bag. Yeah. Yeah, even slower than lava for sure. And then I piped it onto the shells and squished them together. And then they taste better if they sit in the fridge for a day. So I made these yesterday, and Tim enjoyed them today for his birthday, and so did our little baby Yoda Grogu.
Yes, delicious they were.
They were so fun to take pictures of. Thanks for joining us for Baking with the Braziers.
This is the way.